All right, welcome back, Brush Monkeys. This week we're starting in on Atheniel, the female elf wizard from Reaper Bones, and she is going to be the Winter Queen for our 4 seasons set, and she'll be the final one of the bunch. I've got this, as you can tell, I've already finished this sculpted base. This I did during the, I sculpted the base during a basing with green stuff class at the Paint-A-Palooza back in March, and it had this kind of Celtic kind of ethereal design to it, and so I painted white ink into part of the design, and then painted what is it, aethermatic blue contrast paint in the crevices. And then Atheniel here, when she's done, is going to sit right like that in the middle of it. So she's got that kind of ethereal blue color around her, and then she's going to be painted in shades of white and gray and all this kind of thing. But for right now, I've just kind of got her stuck on this cork like that. Since she is the Winter Queen, we have, I'm going to put the base aside here. Since she is my Winter Queen, we're going to paint her in shades of white and gray. I've got some, the Apothecary white paint. I've got some very pale blue. I've got some very light grays here to use. I think the darkest color I've got is this Castle Gray from Army Painter. And just very, very light colors. I'm not entirely sure I'm even going to use the Castle Gray. I really don't know what I want to use it for. It just seemed like a good dark color, cool gray color to use on this. But yeah, we're going to paint her up in fairly light tones, so she's going to be mostly whites and grays. So I'm going to go ahead and pause now and get started on painting her, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, see you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys, we're back, and it may be a little bit hard to tell from this picture because the lights tend to kind of wash out pretty much everything. But I've got silvers painted on here and trimmed in blue. I've got dark gray on the inside of the cloak. I've got light gray here. I've got lighter gray up around the collar. Her cloak itself is Ulthwyn gray, with this part being silver with blue trim. And it's got kind of a cream, got a really subtle sort of off-white cream color for the trim on the cloak, which again is kind of hard to see just because I've got it all. I mean, that's the look I was going for, is this kind of pale, ethereal, everything shades of light gray kind of paint job with this. I also haven't shade washed anything. I was planning on doing the silver parts with a thinned mix of Nuln Oil and Lamian Medium, as I have here. I was also planning on doing, I've got what I came to call a a whitewash, which is a little bit of blue, a little bit of black, and a whole lot of medium, or just thinner in there, to wash down some of the grays and whites with that. I also haven't done her skin entirely. I did the Wraithbone base on it, but I haven't done the Guilliman flesh, which is again is going to be thinned down with the medium before I paint it on there. So this is just the base coats. The other thing I was thinking about doing was, because her base has this aethermatic blue part over white, I may take the aethermatic blue, thin it down with a little bit of contrast medium, and just paint this tip of her staff in that, so it's obvious that that blue color is coming from her staff. It's her power. Working on that. Other than that, yeah, she's coming along pretty well. She looks really good. I know it's kind of hard to see on that video because, like I said, it's a little washed out. Let me see if I can get a combination of light and shadow to where you can get a better idea. That kind of gives you an idea what I'm going for here. I think the washes will define it a little more, and like you can see in the hair, it's defined pretty well. That's probably the first time I've had the, or maybe the second time I've had the Apothecary White come out right. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and do the shade washes, and then we'll come back and take a look at how those look. So I will see you in a bit. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, we're back, and I've got her shade washed. So now you can see a little bit more definition in her. And she's looking really, really good. I really like how this is turning out. You see I did the Athematic Blue on the staff topper there. You can see the silvers are darkened up a little bit. The cloak's all nice and shaded. Now I'll be going back over the grays with Longbeard Gray. I'll be going back over the silvers with Necron Compound and the I'm going to do that in there like that. Camera's not cooperating with me. I'm going over the back of the cloak with Praxeti White. The grays are going to be with Longbeard Gray, Necron Compound on the silvers, and all that kind of thing. I'm going to let it dry. Excuse me, I'm going to let them dry for a little bit first. So I'm going to take a break, and then I'll dry brush them. We'll come back and take a look at the progress. But I think this girl's almost done. She's coming along pretty well. I really like how the washes and the contrast paints kind of made all that stuff pop. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and take a break, and then we'll come back in a little bit. So I'll see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, we're back, and I've got her silvers dry brushed. I got the gray dress dry brushed. I got her cloak dry brushed, and she's looking really fine. I really like how she looks. This was a really quick and easy little thing, and there's just subtle differences between the different colors that really make it stand out and pop. So I'm really happy with how she turned out. Now normally I'd be attaching her to a base and then doing the basing, and then she'd be finished. But since the base is a sculpted base, I'm going to go ahead and do the basing on camera here. And I'm going to be using Zap-A-Gap cyanoacrylic glue. It's basically super glue. And then this stuff is called Instaset by Litco. And this is really great stuff. You spray this on super glue and it sets the super glue immediately. Now, because of the way she's going to be sitting on this thing, she's going to be set fairly flush to the base. So, you know, there's not a tab or pin or anything there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Zap-A-Gap here, the Instaset, excuse me, and spray that on the base. All right, so that's got a nice little spritz on the base there. And then I'm going to take the super glue and put it on the underside of her base. Just kind of smear it around a little bit there. Now, when I put her on the sculpted base, it should set immediately, and she's going to be on there permanently. So, boom. Just hold it there for a second. And there you go. She's on there. And she's looking really good. So there you go. Now all I got to do is matte seal her, and she'll be finished. So I'm going to go ahead and call her done. I will come back in a moment after I've had a chance to matte seal her and wipe off the excess Instaset here. And once I've matte sealed her, then I will get a shot of her with the other 3 seasons, and we'll call this whole project done. I think this one really came out well, and I think the whole project came out better than I had anticipated. So I will see you guys in a little bit once I've finished her up. Alright? See you soon. Alright, brush monkeys, there she is. Anthanel, female elf wizard from Reaper Bones, is my winter queen. And she is all completed and looks really fantastic. And of course, here she is with the rest of the seasonal group. The Spring Maiden, the Summer Knight, and autumn bronze leaf there. And I think as a whole they came out really well. I'm going to post the pictures. The pictures will be posted individually on Instagram, but they will only be sold as a group because I really like the idea of just keeping these 4 together. So yeah, go check that out, and if you want to own them, the prices will be posted on Instagram. So I am going to call this girl done now, and you know, I'm particularly happy with the fact that I managed to make her look like the Winter Queen without making her look like Elsa on Frozen. So I'm really kind of happy with that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this one done and get the video put together and posted. And I will see you guys next week. All right. See you soon. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more and want to be notified when new videos come out. Check out the links in the video description for links to our Patreon page and our Instagram, so you can see all the different ways that you can support me in doing what I do, and get your hands on some of these miniatures that I've painted if you want one of your own. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook if you want to see updates and see when new videos get posted. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.